to straight after, and I have the lyrics in front of me. The Eurovision Song Contest deserves talent like KLAVDIA to win because it's bringing back the old-fashioned charm of singing in your native tongue. We have missed that for too many years. Too many years people have sang in English, and it's so bad to listen to. And when you're tuning in to an artist from your country, don't you want them to sing in your own language? Don't you find it insulting that they're singing in another language maybe you're not used to, never learned at school, or not familiar with? English is represented all over the world, but I think in a competition like this, there ought to be elements of their own language. On my channel, I have artists from all over the world singing in their own language. The universal language is English, but they also sing in their own language. And I think Eurovision needs to take a leaf out of my channel's book and become more like this, a European world channel with the language represented through music, and to be proud of their language. That's why I want this to win. I want this to be the way forward that artists follow, because she is beautiful, talented, extraordinarily gifted, both musically and lyrically, and she's one of those artists that will be around for years. And I'm sure a lot of older people, more mature people like myself, would say, she reminds me of somebody. The French singer Nana Mouskouri. I'm sure she's been compared, for sure. But at the end of the day, after Eurovision, she's going to be compared to nobody, because people will say, wow, 300 million watched that. Whether she wins or not, she's going to be the most successful artist out of Eurovision this year. Watch this space this time next year when I'm talking about a multi-selling album and everybody loves her and she sang in English and everybody wants more. How many people want to do remixes of her music? She'll become dance-wise, chart-wise, pop-wise, genre-wise the biggest export Greece has ever had in a female artist, if they choose to have this young lady and push her, just like they did Nana Mouskouri. So I'm just saying, and I said French, I think. She was Greece. I know, for me. But I'm so excited to bring you this remix. And it is a live show, and I'm really putting it together only now. So enjoy the music. We've just had that little introduction where I go, blah, blah, blah. And I will definitely, I'm jumping into this remix, it's far too long, but enjoy the song and the video.
Us.
ARP utilises lessons learnt in our casework to bring systematic reforms that have benefited over 200,000 forcibly displaced people. Everybody should have a place to live and a safe way to get there. I think that's the perfect song, the perfect video, just to give a different message for the lyrics that was so powerful. It was also a great song to play to represent such a great organization. And if you want to learn more about refugee rights, go to www.refugeerights.org for more information. Back to today's song and back to the meaning itself. It was a poignant song, as you've heard. It featured in her album, KLAVDIA's album, Ethnikos Telekos 2025, which was released this year. And the song is set to compete, and I hope it wins, the Eurovision Song Contest. It's already won the Greek national final. It just needs to go. My brain is so catching up today. It's this sun. We're not used to such sunshine in Ireland. We're used to rain and wind and ooh. And now with the sun, I'm going a bit ooh. So, excuse me. Now, that song I put through the refugees' eyes and status to represent an organisation that is so needing of your support. Please support them if you can. Now, this song explored that longing and love of people displaced and the emotional connection in a metaphorical way, the way KLAVDIA's done in the original video of mother and child, but it was also represented here. And in both videos, this one and the original, I think it captured that sense of nostalgia. I also think you connect to that reconnection. So the lyrics, they're rich with emotion and depth, everybody. I mean, really. My sweet mum, don't cry, begins the lyrics. If you put back on the clothes, my faded body is not defeated by the flames. The swallows of fire, even if they cross the seas, they never forget the soil of their roots. It continues, my little starry-eyed girl, which is ASTEROMATA, the title, turns so I can kiss you, so I can extinguish my lips and your holy tears. And you've seen that in the video with the mother holding the child. Tears of pain when they were separated, tears of joy when they were, because of the organisation and the work they do for refugees, you've seen them reunited. So I can extinguish my lips, continues the lyrics, in your holy tears. My little starry-eyed girl, turn to me so I can catch and rest my forgotten wings. It continues, my star, my treasure, my sweet mum, don't you cry. My life is a boat that looks wave back, and the wind is my sail. My little starry-eyed girl, it continues, turn to me so I can catch you and rest my forgotten wings. My star, my treasure, my star, my treasure, my star. And that's how it fades out, even here in this remix. It beautifully encaptures the poignancy, and it delivers you on a different level, this remix. And I found it very compelling and very addictive that I was listening to this song. The original I loved, but I just felt it added a bit more of a punch delivery, which I was looking for because I'm a music channel and I wanted something different. So I just thank Playman and the Valerian Club Mix for that. And they do say, if Playman do a remix of your record, hey, you have gone from obscurity to the top of Danceland music, because They are serious DJs in the whole world of music, really. Everybody loves them. Now, I just want to get through to, I've talked about the organization. I'm going to go through my notes now. The lyrics. Vivid imagery, as you saw, reflecting a profound bond between the narrator, which is KLAVDIA, and their mother. That's what she's put it in. And I'm going to tie it back to the original video, but bring it in to this because they were very similar. The opening line said, my star, sweet mother, do not cry for me." It sets that tone of tenderness and concern. And KLAVDIA reassures her mother, indicating a desire to alleviate the sorrow, despite, the struggles she faces. There's a mention of wearing black, symbolizing mourning or hardship. Yet KLAVDIA asserts that her spirit remains unbroken, as expressed in the lines, "Flames do not defeat it. Nothing will burn away the desire of your homeland, your love." She's of Greek origin, but she still is representing her country. That's the desire she's talking about. Nothing breaks it. Nothing. And the resilience of this kind of thing is emphasized through the imagery of swallows in the original video on the earth, suggesting a connection to roots. But in this video, it's done through an organization to give hope. One is symbolic in the original, and this one, it was done metaphorically through an organization to put brightness back into the eyes for the person to see what's ahead of them. And then you've got "My Little Starry Eye." It's repeated, and that serves as a powerful motive of the song, like a chant almost. It encapsulates KLAVDIA's longing for a return to the innocence and the reconnection of their beloved mother figure, and homeland. Because if you look at even the video I've done, the mother's holding and reassuring the child, and it's almost like KLAVDIA remembers all of that. No matter where she is, she remembers that. The homeland loves her. She's not rejected. She might be in a different part of the world, but her roots, her nature, her love will always be loved in her homeland. It's that kind of thing. As the song progresses, there's metaphors, searching for home again, and settling, but searching for home in a different way. And some do it on holidays, some do it on a second home where they visit often, but others do it just through communication. Maybe they have an organization that they send money to, that kind of thing. They find a way to connect. It's funny that in Greece there is a dog shelter, very famous in Greece, called Takis Shelter. Check it out on YouTube. Takis. And I followed this man who built up a refuge place for dogs and animals who have been tied to trees, who've been thrown into to the mountains, and he saves all dogs, all puppies, and the mothers, and all the dogs that's brought to him, and he readopts them throughout Europe. And he's a wonderful organization, so do check him out if you're from Greece, please. I'd send money every month. I think he's an absolute inspiration in my life. I have animals, and I just feel he's so giving and loving. We do it in different forms. The mother to child, he does it in the animal, Mother Nature, and himself, and I do it in my music, relaying this to you. In the song, the wind symbolizes force that guides us in life. What guides you in life? There's a question. I've often asked my friends this and they can't answer it. What guides me is you listening to me and enjoying my videos and commenting, liking and subscribing. But no, what guides me is the love I have for family, and like my sister who recently graduated as a mature woman in a class full of 18-year-olds, 22-year-olds, and she was the oldest and she was the top of the class. What guides me is being inspired by my surroundings and encouraging others. And this sense of love and loss, no matter what country you're in, and this sense of melancholic hope, all goes to the side when you realize you are what you are. Nobody can take the roots of your blood from you and squeeze it and say you are no longer from Greece, or you are no longer from Ireland, or you are no longer from France. You're genetically, ancestrally, spiritually connected always, whether it be through mother and daughter, father and son. You and your homeland, whatever. The song encapsulates all of that, making it a deeply resonant piece of lyrical work by this young lady. And what this song does is it speaks to a universal audience, longing and cherishing the one thing that if they are away from home, somehow they'll get back home.